And today we're taking a look at charcoal grilling basic accessories. So really, the only thing you need to barbecue is some charcoal and some meat. And if you want to season the meat, that's up to you. But today, we're going to look at some accessories and some basic things that are going to make that a lot easier for you. And we all know the most important thing to have is your charcoal, either wood lumps or briquettes. And that, at the end of the day, is a personal preference. And the second thing that you're going to need is your method of burn, either paper towels, leaves, or twigs. And remember that anything that you use, it's gonna get you there. I personally don't use lighter fluid because of the chemicals. The next thing that you're gonna need is the way to start the fire. Either matches, lighters, or the ones that are gonna make your life easier are the refillable butane lighters. Because down the line, you're gonna be saving money, and that's always a definite plus. So that ends the list with the basic things that you need. But if you want to make life easier and cut preparation time and also cleanup time, we have our first item, and that's the chimney starter. And the good thing about the chimney starter is you can control your charcoal and have them lit in half of the time than the traditional way. And instead of having to move each charcoal one by one, you could spread them out with the handle. At the same time, it creates a safer environment. Next, we have the tongs. Not only they're great to move the meat around, but also to have a spare one to move the charcoal around is good as well. We also have the grilling spatula. They're so versatile that not only can you hang them, some come with bottle openers or serrated side to make life even easier. Next, we have aluminum foil to help your meat cook in the inside, but also from creating further crust on your meats, the same way used in baking. They're also great for creating little packages to put your wood chips to smoke. Next, we have dripping pans. Not only they catch the grease, but they help your barbecue stay clean. You can use one-time throwaway aluminum ones, or you could use baking pans like I use. I've been using them for years without a problem. And to keep in the same theme of making cleaning a lot easier, we have the barbecue cleaning brush. They usually come with individual grill scrapers, the metal brush, flat metal side to scrape any hardened parts. The best time to clean your grill is when the grill is hot, right after cooking or before. Any stuck on grease or meat is going to be softened and easier to remove. You can also get a grill grate cleaner or a rag, depending on your situation. And we mean in your pocket, right inside your wallet. That kind of rhymed a little bit. But the good thing about having a rag is that not only can you clean the grate, but after you've thrown out the charcoal and the ashes, you can wipe your barbecue clean, and that prevents rusting, because the ashes that get stuck to the grill are the ones that become humid by being outside, and we all know metal and wetness don't get along. Next, we have a meat cooking syringe, and this is great not only in grilling but also on the oven if you want to keep your meat juicy and tender on the inside. And it also lets you get your seasoning in parts where you usually can't get there. But one of the most important things is a cooking thermometer, not only because it saves you time letting you know when your meat is done overcooking it, but you also have the ability in your own home to try meats all the way from rare all the way to well done just by using this simple device. Remember that safety is the most important thing, and that is why gloves made the list today, because the last thing you want is to have stripes in your body when you don't belong in that other side of the animal kingdom, or not being an extra in Braveheart or Rambo. A knife is always important, either to open the bag of charcoal, to break away some branches, or some twigs to start your fire. Now comes the part when you're cooking for a larger crowd, and here is where we come to use the racks. Either rib racks, chicken racks, fish racks, or even some skewers to go from grilling all the way to fancy. And now we get to the actual cooking part of the process. And if you want to give your meat a different flavor, there's different types of wood, either fruit woods or hardwoods, from sour all the way to sweet. Usually the sweeter the wood, you want to leave that for the fishes, poultry, and the stronger woods, you want to leave it for beef, porks. At the end of the day, you're the master of your castle. And these come in different shapes and sizes, from circle to pellets to these 3 basic ones that you could find at any store. Usually the finer one, you want to make a aluminum package to hold them so they won't burn off as quickly. The second little chunks, you could sometimes throw them right on the charcoal by soaking them in water for 15 minutes and then drying them off. And the larger chunks, you could just put it right on the charcoal without soaking them. If you want to keep your meats juicy and moist, then vinegar is going to play a big role on your cooking, either by spraying it or injecting it, and that is why a sprayer is always a handy tool to have. But if you like a sweeter mix, then apple juice or just regular water could do the job. But that's all up to you what liquid you want to use. Chicken and beer also give a good flavor. And placing some on your dripping pan, it's not only going to keep the temperature level, but also keep your meats more juicy. Mustard is very versatile when barbecuing, not only to make barbecue sauce, to give flavors to your meat by rubbing it on the outside, but it could also hold your dry rub to the meat a lot better. Now come to the seasoning. And if you want to get more flavor from your meat, you want to season the meat either with a dry rub or a marinade a couple of hours before grilling, or at least a whole day before grilling, to let the salt and spices go inside the meat. Then we have the dry rub for the day of the barbecue, and this is the one that's going to provide that kick all around. And last, our barbecue sauce, and this is the one that you put on the meat an hour to 15 minutes before the meat is done, and we do that to give it heat for the sugars to caramelize on the meat to get that great look and that great taste. And you have the ability of creating these yourselves, or if you want to make life a lot easier, you can have the convenience of having them delivered straight to your home without having to step 1 foot outside by using a subscription service. As you can tell, they even set you up with wine barrel wood chip, the rub, the seasoning, the barbecue sauce, all in one package. This particular one is called the Grill Masters Club, and I'm going to leave a link on the description if you're interested. And I'm also going to leave a link for everything that you see in the video. Overall, remember that grilling, it's about having fun, and that is the important thing. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.